Hello everyone. I'm sorry that this is kind of a weird one to be posting about, but I've been unable to do any content recently. I unfortunately, at the beginning of last month, I had an accident. I broke my wrist, and I just now got the cast taken off on Thursday. My arm is still very much swollen around the wrist. It's still very much broken, and it's fusing back together, thankfully. Currently, I cannot lift anything super heavy. So kind of been on a point where I've ordered stuff in, got stuff in. I mean, as y'all can see right here, there's a couple of stuff right here. So far, I managed to get in the last bit of stuff we needed to put the turbo on. Finally, got the exhaust manifold, got the studs, got a bunch of other goodies. Man, I'm so happy that our sponsors over at JD Customs hooked us up again. These things all look amazing. I'm so happy for all this stuff. And shout out to my boy. My boy got me Mr. 2 Evo Teeny. Hooked me up with some throttle body sensors, so we have our throttle body sensors finally. Other than that, got my exhaust manifold that's new to me but used. Got a bunch of other stuff that we're gonna put on the car, and got the transfer case in Wednesday, so we have that to look forward to. I got a bunch of other stuff I'm going to be putting together. I've been kicking the idea of doing the rear rails on the back of the Evo, because the back of the Evo has rusting in the rear rails, and you can replace them. There's a place overseas that actually does them, so I can order them. It's about $1,100 to get the rear rails, and we're going to replace them. So I'm going to be ordering those once I'm to a point where I can afford to do it, because right now I'm kind of penny pinching and unable to spend any extra funds. And right now, once we're able to get that, we'll order those, get those in. We'll do a full how-to on that. We'll do a complete teardown. Since the car is already still torn down, I've been debating whether I should go ahead and put everything back together and drive it, or if I should just go ahead and keep it down and do that work while it's still there. I don't know what to think about that. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should I go ahead and put the car back together, get it running and drive it, or should I wait, spend the money on rails, do the how-to, assemble it, and then drive it down the road? Because I mean, it drove before, but it hasn't drove, and the car has not drove in probably 10 years or 15 years. It hasn't drove in so long. The original stuff that's been sitting on the car is like rusted, like surface rust, crazy. Cool. I just got a message from Chris Barnett. He just told me the last bit of stuff I need to order for the transfer case, which is awesome, which is all the seals and stuff, because I'm going to replace like the filter and the seals and all, or the breather and the seals on it, just so I can have a fresh case going in. So I think that's about it. Other than we're going to order the bunch of piping and stuff from Chris at B&M. We're going to order a bunch of stuff from him once we're to that point where we can, once we can afford to do this, something like that. But so recap, I broke my wrist last month. I am on like short amount of time, like 4 weeks, until I could start carrying anything heavy again. The doctor has me on like completely like light lifting. I can only bend my wrist so far. I can only do so much versus being able to do this and that. So hopefully we'll be kicking up more videos. I want to get to a point where we're doing them on a weekly basis. That's the whole goal, is to get it to be a weekly videos of showing like progression or doing something to the car, because there's still a lot to be done. Like, we still got to paint the front bumper, we got to paint the spoiler. I want to try to get a JDM rear bumper. We still got to do wheels on it, because the wheels that are on there, I know one of them is bent, and they're really not, they're not bad looking on the car, but getting the wheels that I want, like TE37s or something like, I don't know, like there's so many, like I love work wheels. There's so many different ones that I would love to try to get, but we still got a lot to do. got a lot to do, but we've come so far, and I want to thank you guys all so much for all the support, man. All the new followers on all my socials, and then a bunch of you guys, a bunch of new people subscribing, man. Thank you all so much for the support, man. Once we can get over that lump of getting to 1,000, man, these videos will actually hopefully start bringing in a little bit of money on the side, so we can actually have some new stuff to do, and then hopefully we'll grow to a point where we can get another vehicle, and we'll start doing other vehicles and building other stuff that I've always dreamed of doing. So hopefully that we'll see a point where we're working out of our own shop and have a lift and all that stuff. That's the dream, you know. It's the dream, but you know, I've been so happy about it. Come third way, sweetie. Good job. But you know, that's the dream, getting to a point where you have your own shop and have everything going. But if you guys ever, you know, I don't just do YouTube, I also do Twitch as well. So if you guys ever want to find me somewhere, you know, where I'm not on here, you guys can always check me out. You know, same name, I'm on Twitch. I'm live almost every single night. I mean, doing something. Lately we've been playing Escape from Tarkov, but I play games like Apex. So I also have Instagram, Evo_Trey. I have that in the description as well. Feel free to come drop by, drop some shit chats and stuff like that. But thank you all so much. Sorry for the super late update. I've not felt good about doing anything. I could barely lift anything. My arm was hurt. It was so bad. I've just felt like I needed to tell you guys, but I've been unable to find the time to do it. So thank you all so much for all the support. I appreciate you guys more than you imagine. So we'll once this wrist is good to go, it's 4 weeks till the wrist is good, but I think I'm going to start trying to get out there and shoot some videos on recording something, doing something to the car, so we have some kind of update, because I still got to wire the engine. So we'll start trying to do something. But thank y'all so much for being patient. Thank y'all so much for continuing to support and follow me and all that stuff like that. I appreciate it. So I'll see you guys hopefully on the next video. Hopefully I'll crank one out. I'll try to get to it, but if not, I mean, once the wrist is completely good and we're good, which is 4 weeks, we'll start cranking videos back out. So thank y'all so much for all the support. See y'all later.